Hi, welcome to Phoenix English. In today's video, we are going to look at some phrasal verbs with the verb check. Now, as you know, a phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition that together can have very different meanings, more than one meaning, or very different from the actual words themselves. We are going to look at check out, check in, for, into, off, on, or up on can be the same thing. Over, through, with, and back. Now, check up and check out are not verbs. They are actually nouns, okay? But I'll explain those separately. So we're gonna start with check out. Now, most phrasal verbs have like 1, 2, 3 meanings, maybe 4. Check out actually has quite a few. We have 6 of them. Most people, I think, understand check out, for example, out of a hotel. When you're done with your stay at the hotel, you go down to the reception. You pay your bill, you finish everything there, and you leave. Okay? So that's checkout. Pay and leave. Now, checkout is very closely related. When you go to a supermarket or a store and you get your items and you're ready to pay, you go to the checkout. This is the cashier or the place where you pay and you get your receipt and you move on. Okay? Again, remember, when you have the verb and the preposition squeezed together into one word, it becomes a noun. Now, check out. You can also use it to mean look at. When you want to tell somebody to look at something or to pay attention to something, you can say, check that out. So for example, I'm looking at a big truck and I'm thinking, oh, those are huge, nice tires. Check out the tires on the truck. Right? Look at, make sure you pay attention to it. You can also use it to mean investigate. So we have some problems at our downtown office. I'm gonna go there this afternoon and check it out. I'm gonna go find out. Another way to say it is find out. Find out what the problem is. Now, to confirm. When something checks out, it means that the story is confirmed or something is true. So for example, I have a student and my student didn't come to class today. And then the next day he said, oh, my mother was sick. I had to stay home, so I couldn't come to class. But I don't trust this student. He often makes up excuses. So I call his house and I speak to his mother and she said, yes, I was sick, so my son had to stay home and help me. So his story checks out. It's confirmed. It's true. Another meaning? It's more of a slang meaning, is die. If somebody checks out or if somebody checked out, it means they died. It's a bit slang, so it's very informal. And then finally, there is in the library. You go to the library, you find a book you want or you need, you go to the librarian, you give your card. She takes your name, puts a due date on a book, and you check it out. You take it home with you. You bring it back later. So, you check it out of the library. Check in. So, check in has a couple of meanings. Again, the opposite in the hotel. When you arrive at the hotel, you go to the reception, you give your name, you sign, you go to your room. In the airport, you have your baggage that you're not taking with you on the plane. It's going to basically go in the cargo, hold to your destination. So you check in your baggage. You give it to them to take care of. And check-in can also mean to let somebody know your situation, that what's going on with you. So for example, I work for a company and I'm out of the office all day. So around noon or 1, I call in just to check in. Just to let them know, yes, I'm still here, I'm still working. So check in, just let somebody know where you are, what you're doing, etc. Check for is the same as check out in terms of look for. Same thing. But when you check for, you're looking for something specific. Okay, so somebody gives me their document and they ask me to check it for grammar errors. So I'm reading through and I look specifically for grammar mistakes. Okay? Check into. Now, check into can be similar to check-in. You can check into your hotel. But more often, we use check into to talk about something more serious, usually medical. You can check into hospital. It means you go in there and you stay there for as long as you need to be remedied. For example, alcoholics, when they feel they've gone to the point that they just need somebody to help them get off the alcohol, they will check into a rehabilitation center. They will stay there. Somebody will help them get off the alcohol, and when they are ready, they will go back out into the world. Next, when you have a list, for example, a to-do list, these are the things I need to get done today. As you complete each task, you check it off. So this is a check mark. So when you check something off, you take it off your list. Check up on. Basically, it means check, like go see how somebody is doing. So my friend is sick. I haven't seen him all day. He didn't come to the office. So after work, I go by his house just to check up on him, or just to check on him. Make sure he's okay. Check over and check through are very similar. It means you're looking for something within something. Now, check over, you're going to talk about documents or papers or materials. So you check over the documents to make sure there are no errors, to make sure there's nothing missing. When you check through, it's usually something physical, like a pile of clothes. So I lift my wallet in my jeans and I put my jeans in a laundry basket. So I'm checking through all the clothes until I find my wallet and take it out. So check over documents, check through clothes, for example. So check with. You check with somebody about something. Means you want to ask them for permission or availability or anything like that. You want to make sure that that person knows or allows you to do something. So for example, next week I want to go on vacation. So before I book my plane ticket, I need to check with my boss to make sure it's okay. Check back means just come back and ask me again, right? So I go to my boss, I say, "Can I take a week off for vacation?" He says, "You know what? I don't know the schedule yet. Check back with me later today." Check back with me. Ask me again later today. Now, I already mentioned checkout is a noun, the cashier. Checkup. Now you can go to the doctor and he will check you up. But we don't use that expression very commonly. We use the noun. I go to the doctor for a checkup, or he performs a checkup on me. It means he does blood tests or whatever. He looks everywhere, makes sure I'm okay, and then sends me home or gives me some medicine, depending on the case. So there you have it, phrasals with check. And that's it. I hope you liked this video. Please give me a like if you did. Please subscribe to my channel and come back for more lessons on vocab, grammar, all the good stuff. See you then.